Okay, awesome.
All right, deputies, if you all are ready and want to position the camera. Okay. You got the blurred background on too, so I can't really see everybody. I only see one person. It should be at the bottom, likely where you see, depending on what kind you have, it may be under more or it may be under chat. Sometimes if you click on chat and your name, you can change the background. I can't do it. I can only rename you. I can't change it so that I can make sure I see everyone. Hover over in the far right corner. If you have the same one that I have, and you'll see mute, and you'll see 4 or 5 dots, and see if you can unblur it that way. See how I'm doing now? And that you may have to do it that way. Now I've got to change mine back. All right. Yep. All right. If you all can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you want to give me a thumbs up, you're on mute right now. Okay. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12:18 p.m. and this is the first appearance for everyone. We're now streaming live on YouTube. Again, good morning. My name is Judge Marcus Thorpe. It is again July 11th of 2026. I'm one of the associate magistrate judges here in Clayton County presiding over this morning's calendar. If you're having trouble, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through things this morning here, please let me know, because there are a few things that I'll need to go over with you prior to starting the calendar and during that are extremely important. But most importantly, please listen carefully, as it will help you better understand the nature and the purpose of today's proceeding. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to try your case, take a plea, or have any legal discussions with you about the facts of your case. Excuse me. The purpose of this first appearance hearing is to inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights, to set bond on those offenses which the court is authorized to set bond, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney if you qualify. Now, ladies and gentlemen, each of you has the right to remain silent. Please do not attempt to tell me, as I said before, the specifics about your case or any legal defense that you believe you may have. As I said earlier, we are streaming live, and so anything you say during this proceeding can and will be used against you, and you make not only myself, but anyone else on this, the other inmates, the deputies, potential witnesses in your case. Now, in addition to the right to remain silent, ladies and gentlemen, each of you has the right to the presumption of innocence, the right to an indictment by a grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors, the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to compel the attendance of witnesses to be present and there on your behalf, right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. And if you can't afford one, again, as I said earlier, I will speak to you about whether you qualify for one to be appointed for you or not. Lastly, if you are not a citizen, some of these charges may adversely affect your immigration status. And so if this is you, you will need to consult with an attorney after the conclusion of today's hearing. Now, in addition to advising each of you, ladies and gentlemen, what you've been charged with, I will also discuss with you what is called bond. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail pending the prosecution of your case. Bond can be made in one of three ways. You can either pay bond by cash, commercial, which is the use of a bonding company, or by property. If you post a cash bond, that means someone or yourself will need to deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with any fees that the sheriff's office charges. And then they will hold that bond until your final court date, at which time the bond will be returned to you. And so the example, ladies and gentlemen, that I oftentimes like to use is that if I tell you this morning that you are charged with aggravated assault, your bond will be $6,000. I then will tell you, if you want to use the cash, of course, you would have to pay the $6,000 plus any fees that the sheriff's office will charge. And then again, they will hold that until your case is closed. If you do not have that full amount, you can use what is called a commercial bond or a bonding company. Typically, we find that the bonding company will charge anywhere from 12 to 15% of the bond as their fee. Now, the difference between using a commercial bond or a bonding company is you don't get that money back. Okay, that money is part of the fee that they hold while they put up the remainder for you. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, there's what we call a property bond. And that is where if either you or someone you know has at least 3 times the equity in a property that they own as your bond. So if your bond is $6,000, they would be responsible for at least having $18,000 in equity in the property. Okay, and they would bring that deed down to the sheriff's office where the sheriff would hold on to that deed again until such time as your case is closed. One thing I would add with the bonding company, again, you're only charged 12 to 15%. So you would only be responsible for paying anywhere from $700 to $750 on a $6,000 bond. But again, that's money you don't get returned to you. Now, in addition to telling you what you've been charged with, in addition to telling you how much your bond is, I will also tell you if you have any special conditions, because there are some of you who will. Some of you will have additional conditions that prohibit you from having contact with certain people or going to certain places. If you have a no contact provision on your bond, this means you must stay away, have no contact with the other party, with the alleged victim. You may not call them, text them, email, write a letter to, or contact through any social media platform. You can't even do something as nice as write a song to them because that will be a violation of my bond. If I tell you not to return to a particular location, ladies and gentlemen, that means do not return to that location. If you find that that place is somewhere that you are living, again, let me say that again, ladies and gentlemen, because I get asked this question every time. If you find that I tell you not to return to a place that you were living prior to this alleged incident happening, you cannot return. The only time that you can is if you make your bond, and you must contact the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release, and they will go with you to get items that are not in dispute with the other party. Failure to follow my bond means that you would then violate it, and the court considers your contact intimidating or harassing a witness, and you could be subject to additional felony charges such as an aggravated stalking or an influencing a witness, which carry up to 20 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. Now, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people who are on active probation. And if that is the case, this court is not authorized to set bond for you at this time. Whether a bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has an opportunity to consider the new arrest. After we've talked about what you're charged with, what your bond is, any special conditions, I'll ask each of you about a preliminary hearing. If you are charged with a felony and you don't make your bond, you automatically have a right to a preliminary hearing, and I will give you that date here this morning. However, if you are charged with a misdemeanor, you have a right to the preliminary hearing, but I will ask you whether you intend to move forward with that hearing, which means I want to describe for you what a preliminary hearing is first. So please listen closely. A preliminary hearing, ladies and gentlemen, is not your trial. It's not where the jury is present. It's not where they make the ultimate decision about guilt or innocence on your case. At a preliminary hearing, you are present, the judge is present, and the police officer who arrested you to determine if there is enough evidence on your case to proceed to the prosecutor. If they determine that there is not enough evidence, your case can be dismissed right there. The alternative is you can tell me, Judge, I do not want that hearing. Either you're going to make your bond or it's you want the case to move a little faster, in which case I can waive your right to your preliminary hearing. And then you'll have a piece of paper to sign and I will mark it as such. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's all of the instructions that I have this morning. Again, I have no preference which way you choose to move in terms of your preliminary hearing. But if I could just have everyone please raise your right hand as I administer the oath here this morning. Do you swear or affirm that the information that you're about to give to this court, as well as any information you provided on your application for court-appointed counsel, is true and correct? And if so, I need everyone to repeat, I do. All right, you all may put your hands down. All right, if I could have Madam Deputy, to turn on the volume and we can go ahead and get started with the ladies, please. The mute is still on. Oh, there it is. Yep. All right, Ms. Brown, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, and you are Letitia Brown, is that correct?
I am.
All right, Ms. Brown, you were charged with one count of felony violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, one count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime as a felony, one count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, one count of possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, and one count of drug-related objects, also being a misdemeanor. Now, your bond, ma'am, as to the violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act is a bond amount in the amount of $5,000. Possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce, $1,500. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, $10,000. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, that bond is also $10,000. And then lastly, the drug-related objects, ma'am, carries a bond of $500 for the misdemeanor. That brings your total bond here, ma'am, to $27,000. Do you understand that, ma'am?
27,000. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have any questions about that portion of what we've discussed so far? Ma'am?
I don't.
Okay. Now, because you were charged with a felony, ma'am, you are going to automatically, if you don't make your bond, get a preliminary hearing. That hearing, your next court date is going to be August 10th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that, Ms. Brown? Now, Ms. Brown, let me ask you, are you currently working, ma'am? I said, are you currently working?
I do. I do ride share though, like Uber Eats and Roadie.
Okay. Okay. So I am, ma'am, going to go ahead, Ms. Brown, and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Okay.
Okay. I refuse the lawyer on the paper.
So, Ms. Brown, you don't have that option right now. So we're going to automatically appoint one unless and until you obtain your own lawyer. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Brown. That's all I have, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can go back, Ms. Brown.
And here with the man.
No, I said go.
No, they can't go first. So.
Oh.
Okay, next person up.
You need to go.
I got it. Thank you.
And what's your last name, ma'am?
Gordon.
What?
Give me 1 second, Ms. Gordon.
Y'all finish. Y'all finish. Y'all can go in there.
So we got first appearance.
Come here. Come here. I got something for you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
I said I'm
Come
going
here.
down.
You gonna go this way.
All right, so Ms. Gordon, I have you here this morning, ma'am. You were charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana, less than 1 ounce as a misdemeanor, and 1 count of possession of a drug-related object, also as a misdemeanor. And then lastly, 1 count of no tag as a misdemeanor and driving with the vision obstructed as a misdemeanor. Possession of marijuana carries a $1,000 bond, drug-related object, $500, no tag, $500, and vision obstructed, $500, ma'am. So your total bond is $2,500. Do you understand that, ma'am? Now, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, ma'am, or you could waive that right that I discussed earlier. Would you like to have your hearing, ma'am, or waive it? All right, so I hear that you are requesting that we set your hearing date if you don't make your bond. And so your next court date, ma'am, is going to be August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Again, that's August 11th at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that? Ma'am? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, lastly, ma'am, are you working right now?
No.
All right, ma'am, then I'm going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer that will assist you on your case, ma'am, free of charge. Do you understand that?
That's true. I got all the music.
All right, ma'am. Do you have any questions about anything before I let you go?
Yeah, my brother was quick. I'm sorry for 2,500.
Ms. Gordon, I can barely hear you. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
Said that my bond was 2,500.
2,500. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. All right, Ms. All right, Ms. Gordon, I'm gonna let you go then. Thank you.
What's her name?
Gordon.
Gordon. Or do you
All right,
need-
give me 1 second, ma'am.
Yeah, Sandra.
All right, ma'am, please give me your name.
Zoe Kirkwood.
All right, so you are Ms. Kirkwood. So, Ms. Kirkwood, of course, you are here this morning, ma'am, for your first appearance that I'm going to go over with you. Ms. Kirkwood, you are charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor battery on a police officer, 1 count of criminal trespass as a misdemeanor, 1 count of public drunk as a misdemeanor, 1 count of obstruction as a misdemeanor, and 1 count of simple battery. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, specifically as to your bond, ma'am, the simple battery on a police officer carries a bond amount of $3,500. As it relates to the criminal trespass, ma'am, I have found that that warrant is insufficient, and so I have dismissed that charge. As to the public drunk, your bond amount is $1,000. As to the obstruction, your bond amount is $2,500. And then as to this other count of simple battery, you had 2. The second count, your bond amount is $3,500. So your total bond, ma'am, is going to be $10,500. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about anything, ma'am? Ma'am?
No.
Okay. Now, because you are charged with a misdemeanor, ma'am, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, Ms. Kirkwood, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
I'd like to have it.
All right. And so what I hear that you are requesting that we give you your preliminary hearing if you don't make your bond. And so your next court date, ma'am, is going to be August 11th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that will be August 11th. That will be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Do you understand that, Ms. Kirkwood?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. That's all I have for you then. Good luck to you. All right, ma'am. If I could get your name, please.
Kendra Mincy.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Mincy. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, ma'am. Now, I'm going to go over you here with your charges. You were charged, ma'am, with 1 count of misdemeanor battery family violence. That is a misdemeanor. Your bond amount, ma'am, is going to be $3,500. Now, as it relates to that charge here, give me 1 second here. It's being kind of slow. Yes, okay. And so as it relates to that, ma'am, you are going to have special conditions here. That condition being that you have no contact with Miss Tanolia Mckyer, Mckyer. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are also, Miss Mincy, not to return to this address here. I have the address as 855 BJA Mount Zion. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. That's good.
Mount Zion. And I need you to understand, ma'am, so the only time that you'd be able to return is that if you are accompanied with the sheriff's office 10 days after your release on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I need you to remain away from that place until such time as your case is resolved. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Any questions I can answer for you, ma'am?
I mean, that's my residence. She doesn't live there. That's where me and my grandson live.
Okay, and so the information that I have here, ma'am, it says that you all were currently living together. That's the only information I have. If that's not current, what I would advise you is that at some point we're going to discuss a lawyer and whether you qualify for the right to a lawyer. Whether you qualify or not, I would suggest that you speak to a lawyer about that because there are ways to get that modified, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you, Ms. Mincy, are you currently working?
Yes.
And where do you work, ma'am?
FedEx round.
You said FedEx Ground?
Yes, sir.
Is that a full-time job, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I'm a delivery driver.
Okay, and then how much are you making per month?
I made like $640 a week. After taxes, it's $583, so roughly $25.60 a month.
Okay, and do you have any children?
I have my grandson that I raised.
Okay, and is that Miss the alleged victim's child here?
No, that's my son's son.
Okay, and are you raising that child along with no help or support from him?
No. My son is currently in prison, but his mom, my grandson's mom, live in Thomasville, and she provides no help whatsoever for him.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, it's pretty much on your own.
Yes.
Okay. I am, ma'am, going to go ahead then and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer free of charge. One last question for you. Because you were charged with a misdemeanor here, Ms. Mincy, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it, Ms. Mincy?
I would like to have it.
All right, so I understand that you are requesting that we give you your preliminary hearing if you don't make bond. Your next court date is going to be August 11th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's August 11th. That is at 8:30 a.m., and that is via Zoom for your preliminary hearing, okay? Any questions before I let you go, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, that's all I have for you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
All right, if I could get your name, ma'am?
Evelyn Sanford.
Sanford? Okay. All right, Ms. Sanford, you are charged here with 1 count of felony violation of possession of a Controlled Substances Act, specifically Schedule 1, possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce, a misdemeanor, possession of drug-related objects as a misdemeanor. The felony drugs carries a bond amount of $3,500. The misdemeanor less than 1 ounce of marijuana carries a bond of $1,000. And then the final charge, the drug-related objects, carries a bond of $500 for a total bond, ma'am, of $5,000. Do you understand that, ma'am? Ma'am? All right, do you have any questions about that portion of your case?
No.
Now, because you are charged with a felony, Ms. Sanford, you will get a preliminary hearing automatically unless you make bond. That next court date, therefore, is going to be August 10th at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Again, that's August 10th, 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Lastly, Ms. Mincy, before you were taken into custody, were you working? Ma'am? Ms. Mincy, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Sam.
I asked, were you working?
Yeah.
And about how much were you making per month, ma'am?
I go off the commission, whatever I bring in.
Okay, and so can you give me a little, when you say whatever you bring in, I said Miss Mincy, I meant Miss Sanford. When you say commission, what type of work were you doing?
I work at Inspiration. It's a toy shop.
You said it's a what now?
The adult store is a toy stop.
Okay, and about how much were you making per month prior to being placed into custody?
It just depends. Most of the time after taxes, about 900
You said 900?
per week. Yeah.
You said per week, so about 3,600. Do you have any children, ma'am?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Okay. Ms. Sanford, based on the information that you provided to me, ma'am, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. And so, Ms. Sanford, if you would like an attorney to assist you on your case, ma'am, you will have to hire your own. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you.
Thank you. So did we get everybody?
All right, if I could have your name, ma'am.
Antoinette Watson.
All right, Ms. Watson, you were charged with 1 count of misdemeanor theft by shoplifting. Your bond amount for that 1 count is $2,500. You do have special conditions, ma'am, and they are to stay away from 2940 Anvil Block Road. That's where the alleged incident was to have happened. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, Ms. Watson, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
I will waive it.
All right, so I understand that you are asking that we waive your preliminary hearing. And so that means that once you and I are done, Ms. Watson, the deputies will have a document for you to sign, okay? Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, were you working, Ms. Watson, prior to being taken into custody?
Yes, sir.
And how much were you earning per month?
I haven't been at my occupation for a month yet, so I'm not 100% sure as far as monthly goes, but so
Okay.
far I've only made about 400.
All right, so then, Ms. Watson, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, I remember you. I just gotta go grab this.
All right, and what's your name, ma'am?
Nikisha Young and the lady.
All right, so Ms. Young, you are charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor battery family violence. Again, that is a misdemeanor, ma'am. You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from 5724 Riverdale Road, as well as from the alleged victim, Tatiana Wanamaker. Do you understand that?
Yes.
As I've told everyone here this morning, and I'll reiterate to you, Ms. Young, the only way in which you'd be able to return to that property unless your bond is modified would be if your case is closed. Do you understand that? So you have to get with the sheriff's office within 10 days if you make bond. Otherwise, please stay away from that property and that person, okay?
Okay.
Now, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, Ms. Young, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
What would it mean if I have the hearing?
That means if you don't make your bond, the officer will have to come to court along with yourself and your attorney, and he has to present all of the necessary evidence that he has in order for your case to continue. Or you can say, Judge, I want to skip all that and just send it to the prosecutor for their review directly.
And okay, so the prosecutor, if I send it to the prosecutor, what would they do after?
So those are the people that formally bring the charges against you. So they'll read it themselves, determine if they're going to charge you, and if so, what they're going to charge you with.
Oh, okay, so it's basically like suing me.
I'm sorry?
Is it basically like suing me?
I can't, what's that last word you're saying?
I mean,
Suing you?
are they
No,
gonna,
they're not suing you. They're bringing charges against you. You've been arrested, ma'am, for allegedly assaulting someone, and the prosecutor has to determine, or the judge, or both, whether there's enough evidence to continue the case against you. So either the judge is going to do it first and then the prosecutor, or you'd rather skip the judge and go right to the prosecutor.
oh yeah, I'll waive it.
All right. So I'm hearing, Ms. Young, that you were requesting that we waive your right to a preliminary hearing here this morning. So once you and I are done here this morning, Ms. Young, the deputy to my left, your right, will have some documents for you to sign, okay?
Okay.
Now, let me ask you, prior to being arrested, Ms. Young, were you working?
Yes.
Where were you working, ma'am?
I was doing ride shares,
And how much were you earning per month?
around 600 a week.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, Ms. Young, okay?
Would that be outside the jail?
For the lawyer, no, whether you're in yes, whether you're in custody or not, you got a lawyer on your case, okay?
Okay.
Even if you make bond, Ms. Young, what I would tell you is you just want to make sure that you give them the best known address here at the jail. So when the time comes, if you are released, they'll be able to at that time go ahead and make sure that they send it to you in the mail when your next court date is. But they'll also give the your attorney a way to meet you and discuss your case with you. Okay.
Would I be leaving today?
No, ma'am. Unless you make bond today, you're gonna have to make bond if you need to.
What's my
I'm not releasing your own recognizance, so you got to make bond first.
okay?
Okay. Now, let me also tell you, Ms. Young, before you leave, you did have a second case here. You were charged with theft by conversion as well, ma'am. I am going to have to, unfortunately, continue that case as I was not provided the information on that one here this morning. We had some glitches here in the system, and so that one, I'm going to have to continue for you to be heard on Monday, okay?
Is that for no tag? No, for no insurance, I mean?
No, ma'am, it was a theft, a theft. The one we just went over was alleging that you were involved in an altercation back on June 17th. But yesterday looks like you were allegedly arrested for a theft for something that happened on July 10th. I don't have the documents that I need to review that and make a decision about whether we have enough evidence on that case. And so rather than review it today and give you a decision on that and give you potentially a bond today, I'm going to have to allow or request a continuance here today on that one, so that the next judge who hears it on Monday will have an opportunity to hopefully review this information and make a decision then.
But do I see you Monday in person?
It'll be over the computer just like this, and it won't be me. It'll be someone else, ma'am.
Is that after my bond?
Yes, ma'am. You've got a bond on one case. You do not on the other. That's why you're going to come back on your other case to get a bond and find out what you've been charged with and why.
Can you explain my bond amount? I didn't hear.
Your bond amount was $3,500.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Good luck to you, Ms. Young.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next.
Hold on, 1 second. You go ahead. Hey, Your Honor, quick second. Miss Watson, she was curious about her bond amount. She tells me that yesterday she was told 2,400, and then today she was told 25. She just want to know.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, it's what I determined it to be. So I mean, it's 25. I didn't see anything else other than what I gave her today, so it's 25.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got Miss Pratt coming up right now.
Okay.
So just give me a second, really quick, please.
Okay. No problem.
So it's what the judge said.
He said,
But he already did. How do we go about that?
no, your bond is paid if you let you know. Then you be out of here. Yeah, you just want to get back down.
All right. And are you Ms. Pratt?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Ms. Pratt, you are charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor simple battery family violence, ma'am. That is a misdemeanor, and your bond amount is $2,500. I did give you a special condition, Ms. Pratt, and that's to stay away from Kevin Pratt and from the address of 2265 Logan Drive. And so as I've told everyone else this morning, Ms. Pratt, if that's where you are living, which I assume that it was, you are not allowed, while this case is pending, return back to that address unless you are accompanied with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release or your bond is modified.
You mean I can't go back to my house?
Not right now, no ma'am, you can't.
He doesn't live there.
Okay, and I understand that may be the case, ma'am, but as of right now, that's the only information that I have is that he's residing there. So I'm not gonna be allowed to let you return until your attorney speaks to you about it. He may be able to do something about it, but right now, that's my order. Do you understand, Ms. Pratt?
I guess I'll just stay here then.
Okay.
I'll have
Miss,
to go
Miss-
except for my house.
okay, Ms. Pratt, are you working right now?
No, I'm on SSDI. I had brain surgery. I just had kidney transplant surgery and I'm supposed to be doing dialysis today and taking my medicine and no one's giving me my transplant medicine. Can't do dialysis.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. Pratt, so then I'm gonna give you a lawyer, so you don't have to pay for a lawyer. Last thing I need to ask you, Ms. Pratt, do you want to have me to set your preliminary hearing date or waive your preliminary hearing date?
I don't know anything. They didn't even read me my rights. They just put me in the car because he threw me down and my ankle's all swollen.
Okay, Ms. Pratt, I can't go over that information. You don't want that on a recording, ma'am. And so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set your date down, your preliminary hearing date down. So if you don't make your bond at all, then your next court date, ma'am, is gonna be August 10th at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Again, that'll be August 10th, 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom if you don't make your $2,500 bond.
So
Good luck to you, Ms. Pratt.
stay here to August.
Yes, ma'am, if you don't make your bond.
That's where I gotta stay because I got nowhere else to go. It's my house.
That ain't everything.
Any more girls gotta?
That is.
I'm down, Singleton.
Everyone else make bond, all the other ladies?
Yeah, everybody been seen, all the ladies been seen.
Okay.
Y'all win already?
Miss Marie, I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, come in. Come.
What was that, Judge? All other ladies made bond, so I think I had Miss Cooper. Apparently she made bond. There was a Muhammad that was listed. So everyone else is out.
Oh, okay. Great, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bring them to the screen. All right, Your Honor, that concludes the females. You ready for the males?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
And state your name, please.
Vivian Sterling.
I'm sorry, say that one more time for me.
Vivian Sterling.
I can barely hear you. Can you speak up for me?
Vivian Sterling.
Sterling?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, give me one moment here, Mr. Sterling. All right, so Mr. Sterling, you are charged with one count of misdemeanor simple assault. Again, Mr. Sterling, that is a misdemeanor. Your bond amount, sir, is $5,000 on that one misdemeanor count. You do, sir, have special condition. And give me one moment, Mr. Sterling. Your special conditions here on your bond. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. You do not have any special conditions here this morning. But I do have one last question for you, Mr. Sterling. You have the right to a preliminary hearing or you have the right to waive that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it, sir?
I like to waive it.
All right, so I am showing that you are requesting that we waive your hearing this morning. So once you and I are done, the deputies will have a document for you to sign on my right, your left. Lastly, Mr. Sterling, were you working when you were arrested?
Yes, sir.
And about how much were you making per month?
About 20, 80, 85.
About how much?
2085.
2085. Okay. So based on that, sir, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
I appreciate you. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Sterling's waiting. Yeah, Sterling's gonna sign it and he's gonna go back.
All right. Give me your name, sir.
Brandon Acker.
Okay. So Mr. Acker, I've got your information right here. So let me tell you, sir, you were initially charged here with one felony charge. I have reviewed the information that was provided to me, sir, and based on a lack of information that I needed here to make a decision as to your warrant, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss it here this morning. Initially, you were charged with one count of aggravated battery and one count of obstruction on an officer. However, there is some information that was missing. And so based on that, sir, I am going to release you this morning. Now, let me be clear, Mr. Acker. I am releasing you based on what I have or lack thereof this morning. But what I need for you to understand, sir, is that doesn't necessarily mean that this case is going to ultimately go away. It could very well be that ultimately the police officer may come back and decide that they want to bring this charge back against you, which they have the right to do so. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
All right, so again, one count of aggravated battery, one count of obstruction. I have gone ahead, I'm signing off on a dismissal here this morning. On that, again, just keep in mind that this very well could be that ultimately a decision is made to bring that back against you. Otherwise, sir, that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you.
All right,
Thank you.
You too.
All right, please state your name.
Wait.
You good? You put your limit? You gotta speak up to your limit.
Hall, sir. Donner, I'm sorry, Marcus Hall.
You said Hall?
DeMarcus Hall. I'm sorry.
I hear you. No problem. Mr. Hall.
Yes, sir.
You were charged here with one count of aggravated assault as a felony, one count of kidnapping as a felony, one count of hijacking a motor vehicle as a felony, a second count of kidnapping as a felony, theft by shoplifting as a misdemeanor, one count of DUI, one count of improper lane change, one count of driving with a suspended license, hit and run as a misdemeanor, and driving too fast for conditions. The aggravated assault, sir, is a felony. I have placed you on a no bond status. The kidnapping is a felony. I have denied bond on this because as a magistrate court judge here this morning, I do not have the authority to set bond on that particular kind of charge. The hijacking of a motor vehicle, sir, I have gone ahead and dismissed that charge as there were some items missing that I needed in order to determine whether or not there was probable cause. And so you will not be facing that charge further as of today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Is that for both carjackings?
No, sir. Listen to what I said. The hijacking of motor vehicle has been dismissed. The second kidnapping count, again, sir, bond is denied based on the fact that I don't have authority to give you bond here this morning. Theft by shoplifting, your bond amount is $1,000. The DUI, your bond amount is $10,000. The improper lane change, your bond amount is $500. The driving with a suspended license, your bond amount is $1,000. The hit and run, your bond amount is $1,500. And then the driving too fast for conditions, your bond amount is $500. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, you do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from the alleged victims, Claude William and Christine Maynard. Now, understand that you may not know them, sir, but I am putting that in place so that you understand you are to have no contact with them whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Prior to your arrest, sir, were you working?
Yes, sir. I work at SECO.
Okay. And how much were you earning per month?
Like 4,200.
You said 4,200?
Yeah, about $4,000 a month.
Okay. So based on that, Mr. Hall, I do not have the authority to grant you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning. And so if you would like a lawyer to assist you on these charges, you will have to hire your own. Do you understand that, Mr. Hall?
Yes, sir.
Lastly, sir, because you were charged with felonies, your next court date, I'm going to give you two, is going to be your preliminary hearing. And your preliminary hearing, because you were charged with a felony, sir, is going to be August 10th. And that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. And that will be via Zoom. Again, that first date will be August 10th. And that will be at 8:30 a.m. And that will be via Zoom. Your second court date is going to be August 14th for your bond hearing where they can reconsider bond. And that's also going to be at 8:30 a.m. And that will also be via Zoom. Okay, so August 10th for your preliminary hearing, and then August 14th for your bond. Okay.
Okay, so how much is the bond altogether?
You're on a no bond, sir. You have 2 counts of kidnapping with the no bond status. And then lastly, you had the aggravated assault in which you were placed on a no bond as well.
No, I'm talking about for the bond that you did give me.
So I'm happy to give it to you. It's gonna just give me 1 second to add it up. But
Yes,
I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter because you don't have a bond on the remaining charges. Whether you have a bond on those or not, doesn't make a difference. But just for you to know, sir, it is 10, 11, 12, 13, 13,500, not including the other bond ones that you don't have a bond on. Your bond's gonna be significantly higher, but on those misdemeanors, you got a 13.5, but on the felonies, you have no bond.
How do I get these charges dismissed? I don't even know what.
Right, those are legal conversations that I can't have with you. You want to speak to your lawyer about that.
The card checking, how do
Mr. Hall, this is being taped, sir. Don't get into the facts of your case. I've advised you what you've been charged with. Speak to your lawyer, please. Thank you. Trust me, I'm protecting you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I know, just only one from the dorm.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right, first man, come on.
All right, please state your name.
Jitavius Chow.
All right, so Mr. Chow, you were charged here with 1 count of driving with a suspended license as a misdemeanor, 2 counts of violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime as a felony. The suspended license, sir, carries a bond amount of $1,500. The 2 drug counts each carry a bond amount of $10,000 separately, and the possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime also carries a bond amount of $10,000. So your total bond, sir, is $31,500. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Prior to this arrest, were you working, sir?
Yes, sir. The company name is DP World. I work as an order selector.
Okay, and about how much were you making per month, sir?
I would say roughly, I work on incentives, so it just depends on how I move, but I would say 3,200, 3,500 a month.
Okay, so based on that, sir, I am not going to be able to grant you a court-appointed lawyer. And so if you would like a court-appointed lawyer on your case, a lawyer on your case, you will have to get your own. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, your next court date, Mr. Chow, should you not make your bond, is going to be August 10th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Unless you have any questions of me, Mr. Chow, that's all I have for you, sir.
I have one question about my suspended license. I've already served a sentence.
Mr. Chow, you don't want to talk about that. Not on recording. Talk to your lawyer, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Next guy.
All right, please state your name.
Tyler Cooper.
All right, so Mr. Cooper here, again, I'm going to go over what you've been charged with, sir. You're charged with 1 count of misdemeanor criminal trespass. Sir, I reviewed the information here that we have regarding your case. And so based on what I do have here, Mr. Cooper, I am going to go ahead and release you this morning without having to pay a bond. Now, let me be clear. I want you to understand what I'm saying to you, Mr. Cooper. Simply because you're being allowed to go home today does not mean that your case is closed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
What that means, sir, however, is you need to make sure that upon your being released, that the sheriff's office has the best known address for you so that they can make sure that they send your court date in the mail, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now other than that, sir, I am going to require that you stay away from the Atlanta airport unless you are there for travel or you are there for work. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. That's fine with me.
All right, any questions of me before I let you go, sir?
No, sir.
Good luck to you, sir. All right, your name?
Jamal Davis.
All right, so Mr. Davis, you were charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor theft by shoplifting, sir. Again, that is a misdemeanor. So you have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Mr. Davis, would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
What's the hearing gonna do? I'm new to this. I really don't.
No problem. So preliminary hearing Is where you are present, the judge is present, and the officer is present to go over what you've been charged with and to determine if there's enough evidence for your case to proceed to the prosecutor. You have a right to that hearing. It's not your trial, it's just where they go over the evidence. Or you can tell me, Judge, I don't really want that hearing. I'd rather it just go directly to the prosecutor, in which case I'll skip that and I'll send it right on up so that they can review it.
No, what to be?
What I'm going to do, just to protect you, Mr. Davis, I'm going to set the hearing date down for you. It's going to be August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Again, Mr. Davis, it's August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And you'll only have that court date if you are still in custody. If you make your bond, you won't have it, okay? It'll automatically be waived. Let me ask you this, though, Mr. Davis. Were you working before you were taken into custody?
I'm on disability.
All right, sir. So I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer free of charge. Good luck to you, Mr. Davis.
Okay.
All right, and are you Mr. Fleming?
Justin Foster.
Okay, give me 1 second here. All right, so Mr. Foster, you were charged with 1 count of misdemeanor cruelty to children. That is a misdemeanor, sir. Your bond amount on that is going to be $2,500. You were also charged with 1 count of misdemeanor battery. Your bond amount on that is going to be $3,500. And so your total bond, sir, is going to be $6,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, you do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from Stephen Young, Stephon, last name Young. Now, because you were charged with misdemeanor, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to the hearing. Would you like to have the hearing or waive it?
I'm not sure.
So did you hear me explain it before?
Yes.
What I'll do then is I'm going to go ahead and set that hearing date for you at August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom to protect you then, Mr. Fleming. That way, if you make your bond, it automatically goes away. But if not, you'll have a judge as well as the officer come to review your case to determine, Mr. Foster, if there's enough evidence to proceed. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Fleming. Were you working before you were taken into custody?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And how much were you making per month?
Between 15 and 2,500. It just depends. I just started the job.
Okay. So I am, sir, going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge on your case to assist you, okay?
Okay.
Any questions I can answer for you, Mr. Fleming?
Foster?
Or excuse me, Mr. Foster.
No, sir. That'll be all.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. If you would, sir, please state your name.
John Hatcher.
Mr. Hatcher, you were charged here with 1 count of driving with tinted windows, 1 count of driving with a suspended license, and 1 count of felony drugs. And then lastly, a 2nd count of felony possession of Schedule 1 drugs. So 2 total counts. The tinted window carries a bond amount of $500, sir. The suspended license, I have dismissed that charge against you. And then each of the felony drugs carries a bond amount of $3,500 separately. So again, the tinted window, $500, dismissing the suspended license, and each drug count, $3,500. Your total bond, sir, is $7,500. Do you understand that, sir?
So the total, said the total bond is 7,000.
7,500. Okay. Now, because you were charged with the felony, sir, if you don't make your bond, your next court date is going to be August 10th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Okay. That's going to be your preliminary hearing. Now, lastly, Mr. Hatcher, were you working before you were taken into custody?
No, sir.
All right. So I am going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir, and you will have a lawyer free of charge. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Hatcher.
Thank
you. Thank you.
It's like.
Y'all,
Yes, sir.
just give you a heads up. I'm writing down their bond amounts on our bond sheets, so you won't have to repeat it 2 or 3 times.
Okay. All right. State your name, please.
Roderick McClure.
All right, Mr. McClure. You are charged here, sir, with 1 count of misdemeanor by taking, sir. Your bond amount is $5,000 on the alleged charge. You do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from 22050 Godby Road. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, because you are charged with a misdemeanor, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right. Would you like to have it or waive it?
Maybe I guess I can't get out on regardless.
No, sir. All right, sir. So I am going to show that you are waiving your right to your preliminary hearing. And so what that means, sir, is Mr. McLaren, once you and I are done, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign to my left and your right, okay? Lastly, Mr. McLaren, were you working when you were taken into custody?
No, man. No, sir.
All right, so I am going to give you a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Do you have any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. McLaren, then that's all I have for you, sir. Good luck to you.
All right, come here, Robert.
All right, please state your name, sir.
Roderick McDougal. Well, Roderick Jerome McDougal.
All right, so Mr. McDougal, you are charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor criminal trespass, sir. You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from 3885 Jonesboro Road. Your bond on the misdemeanor criminal trespass is $4,000. Do you understand those two things, sir?
Sir.
Now, because you are charged with a misdemeanor, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive that right to the preliminary hearing. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
Yes, have it.
Okay. So if you don't make your bond, sir, I hear that you are requesting that we give you your preliminary hearing. That'll be August 11th. That'll be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Again, that's August 11th, 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Lastly, Mr. McDougal, were you working before you were taken into custody?
Yes. Yes.
And about how much were you making per month?
Just depends. Just, the people come pick people up for work on the corner. It depends on how much you get.
Oh, you were dropping people off?
No, how they pick you up, they call catch out, and you go out and do construction work for the people.
Okay. Oh, so okay, kind of a handyman. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. So you'll have somebody free of charge to assist you. Okay, Mr. McDougal?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Actually,
Are you Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mitchell, you are charged here with 1 count of felony theft by taking, sir. The bond amount on that felony theft by taking is $5,000, sir. You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from 6275 Highway 85. Now, because you are charged with a felony, sir, if you don't make that $5,000 bond, your next court date is going to be August 10th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Now, the last question I have for you, sir, is were you working, Mr. Mitchell, prior to being taken into custody?
No.
So based on that, sir, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Do you understand that, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about that case?
No, sir.
Now, Mr. Mitchell, you do have a second case, also a felony. It's criminal damage in the second degree. On that case, your bond amount is $10,000, okay? Now, you do have special conditions on that case as well, and they are to stay away from 5706 Misty View Drive. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Now, because you are charged with a felony again on that one, you're going to have that same preliminary hearing date on that one. So you'll have your 2 separate cases on the same day of August 10th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom if you don't make bond for both. Because I appointed you a court-appointed lawyer on the last case, Mr. Mitchell, I am going to do the same here. And so you'll get a lawyer on this case, likely the same lawyer for that one as well, okay? All right, Mr. Mitchell, do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
All right, then that's all I have, Mr. Mitchell. Good luck for you, or good luck to you.
I'll do it too,
All right, please state your name. What's your name, sir? I'm sorry? What's your last name? How do you spell it? Deputy, who is this?
Yeah, Your Honor, this is Famara Taim. Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't speak much English and.
Okay, we're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get through it. Sir, you are charged here with a battery. They said that you, and you don't have to talk to me, but they said that you hit someone, and your bond amount is gonna be $3,500, and you're gonna have to stay away from the person that you were alleged to have assaulted, okay? Now, I am gonna go ahead and tell you that as far as that preliminary hearing goes, I'm gonna give you that preliminary hearing. Do we know what language he speaks primarily?
He speaks Ula. Ula. It's
Okay.
the language from Eastern Africa. Africa?
West Africa.
West Africa.
Mr. Famar, do you understand anything I'm saying this morning?
Do you understand what he's saying?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna go ahead, Miss Marie, I'm gonna continue this gentleman and see if we can get someone, since we started so late.
Do you know the
Yeah.
language?
Normally, I would try to do the language line, but since we started so late,
Right.
I'll go ahead and just continue him. Give me one moment.
Excuse me. His language is Ulaf. It comes from
Okay.
West Africa.
Is that
Okay.
WOLOF, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Judge.
Okay. Language interpreter. All right, so we'll bring him back on Monday, and hopefully we'll have somebody in place to speak with him.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And Judge, what was his last name?
It is, let me spell it for you. It was Thiam, Thiam.
Correct.
THIAM?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, sir, please give me your name.
Ian Newkirk.
Newkirk, okay.
Bro, something with spots.
All right, so Mr. Newkirk, you are charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor battery family violence, and then you are charged with 1 count of cruelty to children in the 1st degree as a felony, sir. Now, your bond amount on the misdemeanor battery family violence is $3,500. Your bond amount on the cruelty to children in the 1st is $5,000. So your total bond is $8,500. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Now, because you were charged with felony, sir, your next court date, if you don't make your bond, is going to be August 10th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, you do have special conditions, Mr. Newkirk, and that will be to stay away from the alleged victim, Ethan Newkirk, as well as the address of 1604 Night Chase Drive. So as I've told everyone this morning, sir, I understand that that's somewhere you were living. However, you are not to return there unless your case is closed or your bond is modified. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Lastly, Mr. Newkirk, were you working before you were taken into custody?
Yes.
And how much were you making per month, sir?
You said like 3,500, 4,000.
All right, so I am not going to be able to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer based on the information you provided. You will have to hire your own, Mr. Newkirk. Good luck to you.
Yeah, go back and forth.
I'll give it to him for.
All right, please state your name.
Marianne Norwood.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Norwood, you are charged with 1 count of misdemeanor theft by deception. That is a misdemeanor. Your bond amount is $2,500, sir. Because you are charged with a misdemeanor, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to the hearing. Would you like to have the hearing or waive it, Mr. Norwood?
What does it mean if I waive it?
It means that your case will move a little faster, and I'll send it directly to the prosecutor for review.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm sorry?
I can do that.
All right, sir. So I am showing you requesting that we waive your preliminary hearing. hearing. So based on that, Mr. Norwood, you'll have a document for you to sign on my left to your right after you and I are done. Mr. Norwood, were you working prior to your being placed into custody?
No, sir.
All right, so I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, Mr. Norwood, and so you will have a lawyer free of charge for you. Do you have any questions before I let you go?
No, sir.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Well, I went in Yeah, I know.
And are you Mr. Peterson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Peterson, you were charged with 1 count of improper lane change, 1 count of DUI, both misdemeanors. The improper lane change carries a bond of $500. The DUI a bond of $4,500 for a total bond of $5,000. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Now, because you were charged with misdemeanor, sir, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
So if I waive it, that mean I could deal with it today?
No, sir. You will not be dealing with it today. Either way.
So what about the other decision?
You can either set the hearing date down. If you make your bond, you won't get the court date at all. If you don't make your bond, your next court date will be August 11th, where they will review to determine if there's enough evidence to go forward on your case, or your case will be dismissed.
So if I make the bond today, everything will be squashed?
No, sir. That just means you get out. Your case doesn't go away just because you make your bond. You still gotta come back to court. This is just sort of a hearing they have ahead of time to make sure there's enough evidence against you.
All right. Can you set the
preliminary?
Yeah. Can you set that to
No, sir. No, sir. I only have 1 date. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set that date for you to protect you for August 11th. So if you don't get out on bond before then, your next court date is going to be August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. But let me ask you this, Mr. Peterson. Were you working? Hold on. Let me finish. Were you working before you were taken into custody?
I was.
And how much were you making per month?
I don't, probably like, I wasn't working my real job. I was working my other job. So
Oh, listen to my question. How much between real jobs and fake jobs were you making?
probably like $9 an hour.
How much total for the month?
Probably like $300 a month.
300 total?
$300 hour.
This is.
Okay, and that's total, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based on that, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge that will be able to assist you on your cases here, okay?
Yes, sir.
So again, your bond amounts, I know they're going to repeat this to you, but I've already just want to make sure you understand everything. Your bond amount I've given you on the DUI was $4,500, improper lane change 500, total of 5,000. I'm giving you a lawyer free of charge. Your next court date, if you don't get out on that bond, is August 11th, Mr. Peterson. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Sir, that's not uniform.
All right, are you Mr. Polk?
Correct.
Okay.
Make a JPS look bad.
All right, Mr. Polk, you are charged here with 1 count of criminal damage in the 2nd degree as a felony, 1 count of terroristic threat, 1 count of public drunk, 1 count of disorderly conduct. The criminal damage, sir, carries a bond of $5,000. The terroristic threat I have dismissed for you this morning. The public drunk carries a bond amount of $1,000. The disorderly conduct, $1,500. So your total bond, sir, is $7,500. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, because you were charged with a felony, sir, your next court date, should you not make your bond, will be August 10th, and that'll be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Again, that will be August 10th, that will be at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. One last question for you, Mr. Polk. Were you working before you were taken into custody?
Yes, I was, Your Honor, and monthly I was making around $1,500 to $2,000.
All right, so based on that, sir, you do qualify, Mr. Polk, for a court-appointed attorney. So I will give you one free of charge, Mr. Polk. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And are you Mr. Rankins?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. You were charged here, sir, with 1 count of misdemeanor, reckless driving, 1 count of concealing a tag, misdemeanor, improper lane change, misdemeanor, improper passing as a misdemeanor, violation of the seatbelt law as a misdemeanor, and no insurance as a misdemeanor. The reckless driving carries a bond of $2,000. The no tag, $500. Improper lane change, $1,000. Improper passing, $2,000. Seatbelt law, $500. No insurance, $1,000. And so your total bond, sir, is $7,000, okay? Now, Mr. Rankin, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right, sir. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
I can wait.
Right, so I am showing that you are requesting that we waive your right to your hearing. And so again, that means that once we are done here this morning, the deputies will have a document for you to sign to my left and to your right. Lastly, Mr. Rankins, were you working prior to your being taken into custody?
No.
All right, so based on that, sir, I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge, Mr. Rankins. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I got one more question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did my you see my did my bond get paid by chance, sir?
They can't see that.
They can't
I
see.
can't see that, so not that I'm aware, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Are you Mr. Satchel?
Yes.
Mr. Satchel, you are charged with 1 count of felony robbery, sir. That is, as I said, a felony. Your bond amount is $10,000 on that. You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from Tashona Pass. Now, because you were charged with a felony, sir, if you don't make that $10,000 bond, your next court date is going to be August 10th. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Again, that's August 10th at 8:30 a.m. and that's via Zoom. Lastly, Mr. Satchel, were you working before you were taken into custody?
No.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir, free of charge, okay?
All right.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And your name, sir?
Carlos Sikalumbi.
All right, so Mr. Sikalumbi, you are charged with 1 count of misdemeanor criminal trespass and 1 count of possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce. Those are both misdemeanors, sir. Your bond amount on the trespass is $2,000. Your bond amount on the marijuana is $1,000 for a total bond of $3,000, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, because you were charged with misdemeanors, or you can waive your right to the hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
I waive it, sir.
All right, so I am showing that you are requesting that we waive your right to that hearing. And so once you and I are done here this morning, sir, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign on my left and to your right. Lastly, sir, were you working prior to your being taken into custody?
No, sir.
All right, so because you were not working at the time, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, that's all I have for you unless you have questions for me.
Okay. Thank you. You have a good day.
You too, sir.
Come on.
Yeah.
Take 2 steps back. Take 2 steps back. There you go.
All right, please state your name.
Eric Troutman.
Say one, Eric Troutman.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Troutman, you are charged here with 1 count of driving with a suspended license as a misdemeanor, 1 count of violation of seatbelt law as a misdemeanor, and failure to exercise due care, meaning you were driving with your cell phone in your hand. The suspended license, sir, carries a bond amount of $1,000, and each of the other traffic charges, the seatbelt and the cell phone, are a bond separately of $500. And so your total bond, sir, is $2,000 for today. Now, because you are charged with a misdemeanor, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to the hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
Go with it.
All right, so I'm showing that you are requesting that we waive your hearing. And so once you and I are done, the deputies will have a document that they'll have you sign on my left, on your right. Now, lastly, were you working, sir, before you were taken into custody last night? All right, so I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, Mr. Troutman. So you will have a lawyer to assist you on your case, okay?
Sure.
All right, sir. That's all I have for you this morning, Mr. Troutman. Good luck to you. And are you Mr. Watson?
Sir.
All right. Mr. Watson, you were charged here with one count of violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act as a felony, and a second count of violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act also as a felony, but specifically as it relates to Schedule I substance. Now, as to your bond, sir, I have denied bond as to both cases. The reason being, sir, is I'm showing that you are currently on probation out of Clayton County. So I am going to go ahead and give you 2 court dates, sir. That your next court date while you're awaiting your bond is going to be your preliminary hearing on 8/10/26. And then your bond hearing date is going to be on 8/14/26, where they can reconsider your bond at that time. Now, because you were charged with a felony, your next court date, well, excuse me, I've already given your court date. But because you were charged with the felony, sir, you have that preliminary hearing, you have that bond hearing date. Before you were taken into custody, Mr. Watson, were you working? Mr. Watson?
No, sir. I work.
Okay. So because you weren't working, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, okay? Any questions I can answer for you, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Watson.
Okay.
All right. Are you Mr. Wells?
Yes, how you doing, y'all?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you? Mr. Wells, you were charged with one count here of misdemeanor failure to have appropriate and use of your brake lights as a misdemeanor, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon as a felony, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime as a felony, possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana as a misdemeanor, possession with the intent to distribute as a felony, possession of a drug-related object as a misdemeanor, and theft by received stolen property as a felony. The brake lights charge, sir, is a traffic charge and carries a bond of $500. The firearm by a convicted felon, $10,000. The possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, $10,000. The marijuana less than 1 ounce, $1,500. The possession with intent to distribute, sir, carries a bond amount of $10,000. The possession of a drug-related object carries a bond amount of $500. And then lastly, the possession of, theft by receipt of a stolen property carries a bond amount of $5,000. And so your total bond amount across everything, sir, is $37,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with a felony, sir, your next court date, should you not make that $37,500 bond, is going to be August 10th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's going to be August 10th at 8:30 a.m., and that will be via Zoom. Lastly, Mr. Wells, were you working prior to your being placed into custody?
No, sir.
All right, so because of that, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to grant you a court-appointed attorney free of charge, and so you will have a lawyer to assist you on your case, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, any questions I can answer for you?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then that's all I have for you this morning. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. And I believe we had at least one fugitive.
We have one, but there's a few other people, Your Honor.
Was it what?
There's a few other people that was
Okay, if you you're just going ahead. Go ahead. What you got?
Fleming, DeAndre Fleming.
You said Fleming?
Yeah, DeAndre Fleming.
Okay.
You got it. That's that Caucasian guy?
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second.
Put that cup down first.
All right, so Mr. Fleming, you were charged here with 1 count of misdemeanor theft by taking, sir. Your bond amount is $2,500. You do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from 12700 Spine Road in Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta airport, unless you are there for travel or for work. Do you understand that? Now, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right to the hearing. Would you like to have the hearing, sir, or waive it?
Wait, hearing.
Okay, so I am showing that you're requesting that we waive your hearing. And so that means that once you and I are done, the deputies will have a piece of paper on my left, to your right, that they will have for you to sign. Lastly, sir, were you working before you were taken into custody?
No.
All right, and so since you were not, I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, sir. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, okay? Did you hear me?
Yeah, do I got a next court date or something?
Yes, well, no, because you waived your preliminary hearing, you're gonna have to make that bond to get out, otherwise you'll get that next court date from your lawyer.
So if
Okay.
I don't bond out, I'm in here until I bond out.
Yeah, you'll be here till you bond out, yes, sir. Unless they modify your bond or you get accused sooner. But yes, sir, at the time you'll be still here.
Yeah.
How long would that be?
I can't tell you that. That's a different office, not mine. All right, good luck to you.
Hold on one second.
All right, what's your last name, sir?
Hold on one moment, Jared.
There you go.
Hey,
Y'all see the judge.
do all that.
There you go.
All right, what's the last name, deputy, for this gentleman?
Bennett.
Man,
Okay.
I'm getting beat up by these niggas. And you a nigga.
Mr. Bennett, Mr. Bennett,
Y'all go judge the judges of the earth.
Mr. Bennett, Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna let you out today, okay? So you can go home today. If we could, deputy, I'm releasing him today. He was charged with 1 count of smoking in a prohibited place. Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint you a lawyer free of charge, but you're gonna get to go home today, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Have a good day. All right, what's your name, sir? Deputies, you all are on mute. Okay.
Is that better, Judge?
All right, deputy, excuse me, sir, if you would, give me your name.
Marlon.
You said Martin?
Omari.
Oh, Marlon. Omari Marlon?
Yeah.
Is that yes? Is it Mr. Marlon?
Yeah.
Is that yes, sir?
Yeah.
Mr. Marlon, you were charged with 1 count of misdemeanor battery. Your bond amount is $3,500. 1 count of misdemeanor criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $2,500. Your total bond, sir, therefore, is $6,000. You have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive that right to that preliminary hearing. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
I would like to have it.
Say that one more time.
Wait, what's the difference if I don't have it versus having it?
All right. So the preliminary hearing, sir, is where you are present, the judge is present, and the officer is present to go over the information that they have against you, why they are alleging that you committed the crime that you did. If there's not enough evidence to go against you, then your case can be dismissed right then and there. Or you can say, Judge, I don't want that hearing at all, and in which case, I will send your case directly to the prosecutor for them to review themselves.
Which one would you take?
So I can't tell you, sir, what I would do, so I have to ask you yourself. So here's what I'll do then. If you are unsure, it is better for me to protect you, give you that date, and then if you make your bond, sir, it'll automatically go away anyway. Okay?
I don't have nobody above me. I just mean.
Okay, and I understand that. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a preliminary hearing date. And so then, like you said, if you don't end up bonding out, then you'll be here and you'll get that next court date to protect you rather than you waive it. Your next court date, if you don't bond out, sir, is gonna be August 11th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom, Mr. Marlin. Again, that'll be August 11th. That'll be at 8:30 a.m. and that will be via Zoom. Now, let me ask you, Mr. Marlin, were you working prior to your being placed into custody?
No.
I am gonna, sir, give you a court-appointed lawyer free of charge.
Wait,
One
so
last thing, huh?
I was gonna ask a question. If I waive it, I'll just have a standard court date, right?
No, but Mr. Marlin, I don't feel comfortable waiving right now, so I'm not gonna waive your hearing. Let me tell you one more thing, Mr. Marlin. You do have special conditions if and when you make bond. You are to stay away from Susan Marlin and also to stay away from the address of 10458 Trellis Lane. And so if you make that bond, sir, and that's somewhere that you were living prior to your being placed into custody, you are not allowed to return to that address unless your bond is modified or your case is closed. Do you hear me? Do not return to that address, sir. All right. Now, do you have any other questions, Mr. Marlin?
No.
Good luck to you, sir. All right, please state your name.
Ian Scott.
Said Scott?
Yes, Ian Scott.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Scott, you are charged here with, I believe, okay, so you are a fugitive. All right, so Mr. Scott, yours is a little different, sir. Let me explain to you what's going on with your particular case.
Oh.
So you don't have any warrants. You weren't arrested for anything here in Clayton County, okay? What I have, sir, is back in the state of Tennessee, specifically in Johnson City, they were alleging that you committed a crime there. Specifically, they're saying you committed fraud, and they put a warrant out for your arrest. That's why you were picked up and taken into custody here in Clayton County. Now, there are a couple of things that we can do here today. You can tell me, sir, Mr. Scott, you don't want to go back to Tennessee, and you would rather stay here. If you want to stay here, you're not going to get to deal with your charges. What will happen is you are telling me then that you want to argue about the procedure that Johnson City used to get you into custody. Not the underlying charge, the procedure only, okay? If you decide that's what you want to do here in Clayton County, then they get 60 days for you to stay in custody while they Johnson City, get their paper in order and come down to make their argument. If they aren't ready in 60 days, the law gives them another 30 days. So you could potentially be here for 90 total days waiting, okay? The other option is, Judge, I'd rather go back to Tennessee and deal with this in Tennessee, where I can deal with the charges. And in which case, they've got 30 days to come get you. If they don't come get you in 30 days, Clayton County will release you. So knowing that, Mr. Scott, how would you like to proceed?
I'd like to go to Tennessee.
All right, so I am showing, sir, that you are asking for us to return you to Tennessee. And so what'll happen is you're gonna have a bunch of papers. It's gonna be about 6 pages worth. They're gonna be exactly the same here that you're gonna sign here today, Mr. Scott. Once you sign those papers, Tennessee, Johnson City specifically will be contacted. And again, if they don't come in 30 days, you'll be free to go, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
So they will have to come and get me, or are you guys gonna take me over there?
No, they'll come get you or we're gonna let you go.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Hey.
Okay.
You need to sign? Are you signing?
Right here.
Yeah. It's ready already?
All right, sir, please state your name.
Abraham Taylor.
You said Taylor?
Yes, Abraham Taylor.
Okay, give me one.
Yeah. Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, we wasn't sure if Mr. Taylor had court today or not. So,
He did not, he's not listed.
okay, okay, so
Can you read me like, do I have one of those things that you just read for him? Like, I don't know what's going on. Keep telling me. Do I have whatever that thing called? That's my future.
Give me 1 second, sir. Let me see if I can. You said Tate is the last name?
Say it again.
Taylor, Tay.
Taylor. Okay. Got it. And then, Mr. Taylor, how do you spell your first name?
Abraham.
Okay.
237-9031.
Yeah, so I cannot search it by, I was looking to see if I could search it by your name. I cannot, unfortunately, sir, so I can't tell you, Mr. Taylor, if you have anything pending today, but you're not on today's calendar.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Know that. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
The wrong person.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Hey, what's that? Can I find out now?
Okay. Okay, hey, Your Honor, I'm sorry, we had a great day today, right?
All right. So is everyone else, all other men have bonded out?
Yes, sir. We have no more inmates here for court.
Okay. Miss Marie, do you have any questions? I know it was a little hectic. I want to make sure before we let them go. Is there anything you're missing?
No, sir, not at this time.
Quick, 1 second. I forgot. Mr. Moulton, he was here for Monday.
You said, can we continue him for Monday?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, because he refused court today.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me pull him.
And also, let me see what was that last guy. His name was.
Did you hear that, Miss Marie? So we're continuing Moton?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then the Taim.
Yes.
Ula.
We continued him to allow for a interpreter.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second before we go, just so I can make sure we've got everybody.
Okay. Thank
you. All right, so Miss Marie, I couldn't hear you over them talking. I want to just confirm you have everything you need.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna do the continuance in CDCS and then I'll go ahead and do them in CPU8?
That's what I was doing just then. It's done now.
Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. Yes, sir.
Any of them that we did, so that one and the Tion gentleman on the interpreter, both of those should be in correctly now.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. And I'm double checking it while we're just sitting here just to make sure everything went.
Are we still live, Judge?
Thank you for saying so. Give me 1 second.